Hello, welcome to the terrain tutorial Unity. This tutorial is based on Lerp's 2D side-scroller game. We're actually making a hidden tunnel game. It's an obstacle game that allows Lerps to find locations. Anyways, here you got a tunnel. Just hit F key and basically he has to get the surface sometimes. So this is actually terrain tool. We're actually going to use the terrain tool, which is located in the main menu, terrain. We're going to set the resolution that defaults to 2000 by 600 by 2000. We're going to be in the 300 range for the width and 20 range in the length. So you've got a nice, considering it's a 2D side-scroller game, you get a nice terrain, and we're going to just raise it up. We use the move tool, move up the terrain at this point, and terrain has a lot of neat options. One of the neat options is that you can go into the terrain, lower and raise your height, and you can actually paint in mountains, and so you can change the brush size and paint in landscapes along the edges, and change the different style of terrain you want. And you can actually lower to the mountain ranges by holding the shift key, and you can lower the ranges too, so it's not so high. So there's a paint in there. There's a lot of things you can paint. You can actually paint textures. And one of the texture maps I threw in here was like a forest floor, and so you go edit textures, add textures, click on this little circle here and pick your texture that you want to paint with. I'm going to pick this one here, click add, and it shows up here, and you can paint that on. By default it puts your painting in there. You can paint different styles, and so you can add different textures in there and combine them. So I can go in here, so I want to add a rock texture maybe to the mountains here, so I can add another texture, combine them, so I can pick rock, and here I've got different types of rock right here. Click add, and that shows up, so you highlight that rock. You can tile it different sizes too, like 30 by 30 if I want to. Hit apply, and then I can go into the scene and paint my rock on the right one here. Make sure my opacity settings up, and paint on my textures. So I could paint the rock on the floor too, using similar method. I can change my size, my opacity, strength, to combine that with other textures on the surface. So that allows me to do that. So I can go back to the original textures, so I don't like that tiling, and make it bigger tiling or smaller tiling. In this case it's 2 by 2, and apply, and then go down and take a look at the tiling, and it becomes more detailed, and go back to painting. I can change that painting and just paint on the tile. Another thing you can do is actually paint trees. So I'm going to add a tree. You need to bring in the terrain pack. Some of the trees that there's many types of trees. This is a high tree. I'm going to add that. So again, bring my brush size down so it's smaller. And this is a backdrop, so I only want the trees along here, but you can see as it paints trees along the root. And if I go into a bigger brush stroke, I can change the tree density, so I can actually paint more trees on here. Bring it down, brush size here, paint some more trees on here, and onto the scene. Select another tree, make a combination of trees. Let's go with small, And add that, and let's create some more. And just be careful too when you're zooming way out that you're not putting a lot of trees. You might not notice them because of the level of detail. So bring your brush size down. Get the right tree to do some more trees inside your level. And you might want to randomize that. Make the tree density high. And use the shift key to erase trees. So I'm going to erase that part here. I'm going to add some paint details. We're going to add grass texture. Same thing, grab here, pick a grass, 7, and paint some grass. It's pretty, let's make it, bring the opacity down, brush size down, and just paint some grass along the scene for lerps to go around. Again, it's got levels of detail, so careful. Sometimes you can't see it unless you get closer up. Just different clumps of grass. And again, holding down the shift key, erase the grass. Bring my brush size up a bit, and I'll erase this grass here, so get closer here. So again, when you test with lerps, as he goes up into the field, just go up. Show you, demonstrate. He's now in the forest. That's some small trees and grass and for this 2D side scroller game. One more thing, you can do a modify your draw distance for to make it more efficient for your grass, your density, your tree distance, your fade and maximum trees, your wind speed. You can have wind zones for this area. So that's a little bit about Train. And again, to bring in your packages for Train, just go to import Train assets, and that will bring all the trees and grass you need to get a good start. And hopefully this is a help. This is my Train assets for tunnel. And just a note too, if you're using the Train, you want to create tunnels, you're going to have to take your Train collider off and build mesh planes with holes in it. If you want to go put holes in the ground, it's very difficult to do holes or tunnels in Train. So you're going to have to take the Train collider off, put a plane in with a hole in, a mesh rather, and put holes in if you want the lerps to go down again into the tunnels. Hopefully you had a good learning lesson today, and take care.